All rights reserved. All rights reserved. You know I gotta start with my song. Quit playing. Damn. Quit playing. Give you a chance to get in here.
This is Flow, a poem by Watts, 1965. Diabolic Beats, Planet LA, Active Music Works. Expectation causes suffering. Living life of mystery, separate. Yeah. Confusion, illusions outside your eyes. Standing on your inside, go surprise. The mind becomes numb, mentality's dumb. Knowledge of self is the beginning of wisdom. Knowledge of self is the beginning of wisdom. Close your eyes, see a little clearer. Living off a perch never made you search. So more in life for a better kind of meaning than dreaming while living in a nightmare. Eyes flare while counting eggs, hatch shoulda woulda becomes a deliberate venture. Substantial consequences, thinking of possibilities like survival through false realities. Slanging the ills in palms of babies. Mentally ill public school training. Shit we already know, but being wild we just know. And so being a stranger to yourself, how can you knock off the remnants of slave health? What makes we so notorious? Do we even know what's all the fuss? Impose amnesia with urge the trust, like undeveloped Negroes in us. Danger, danger, makes hearts combust. Those who know sit back nonplussed. That planetary thoughts must realign to define time's rush.
All rights reserved. All rights reserved. Oh, they are just like pissing on this lady. I mean, let me tell you something. First of all, let me just plug. We have a show coming up Sunday, so let me go on and just
do the fire coming.
Yeah, we got a show coming up.
And do the fire coming.
Definitely. Yeah. Like underground MC. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. At the low slow boat on the 29. Be a lot in the summer. It's not just us. I'm just showing the fire I'm on. Okay, let me. We got a whole thing. Hold up, I gotta put it back on. I gotta put it up there. I just like that beat. Kind of bang it. Yeah. That shit bumps. Let me see if I can put it on here. What's up? I'm not getting paid for this episode any damn way. I'm really not. So I may as well say whatever. First of all, everybody knows the underground has all the flavor because that's where the talent is. Look at Dotted Line. Look at Jay Smooth. Let's play this real quick. I'm not getting paid. That's why I'm hitting y'all up for Cash Apps any damn way. I got to get a new laptop, y'all. I've had this same laptop since 2017, and it's becoming a bit difficult to maneuver. It's for the business. You know, if you're looking for a tax write-off, etc., check Miss Gilbert out. Like, I need help. I do. So check this out. Look, this they promo.
My ghetto manifesto is a 202 roster of process and a lot of shotters and rhyme rockers. Introducing this new show, Los Angeles Telemundo. 4343 is the numeral. Turn a robbery into a funeral. J Smooth numero uno. All my movements meticulous. Hoodlum coincidence. Come on, see man, it's time to rip this shit. Project Blow, what's the code? Project Blow, what's the code? 32310. I come through with deliverance to pillage to village. Battle and make, that's a death sentence. To beat down on stop to the song finish. No MCA, but I'm a straight menace. The clock's ticking and you running out of minutes. The detonator will set to explode. Hammer cocked and I'm about to unload. Hardcore street hot division, life a death decision, just a lethal engine. But to see y'all was always how to respect it. Whenever my name is mentioned, I spit. These are the West Coast Project Blowed All-Stars, y'all. I'm J Smooth, your liaison. My ghetto manifesto is a 202 roster of process and a lot of shotters.
Son, marche du fun, midnight massacre macabre. Son, marche du fun, midnight massacre macabre. Acidic acid facade, physical fraud, a metaphysical god. Terminal criminal, permanent interval, interviews minimal, poetry plentiful, metaphor millionaire. Medic kill their electric kill care. OMD steals the glare. Let you know that Mexico is real up there. Hardcore Hollies quit to Salvador Dali. Get hit with the car door and Ardmore. En Washington, marcha the sun, marcha the sun.
Están listos para el fuego del sol, la presencia de Dios, entregarse al aire sin gritar adiós. Locos a punto de querer sobrevivir al final, están listos para conocer el dolor entre la guerra de dos. Conocer los ángeles, los que te amarran el cuello dejando tus vocales mudos. Estás listo para conocer el sabor, el seduce melón, los descendientes que te gritan así.
I gotta do this. I got to.
Sun, marcha the sun, midnight massacre macabre. Acidic acid facade, physical fraud, a metaphysical god. Terminal criminal, permanent interval.
Just to let y'all know, people are still rocking.
Some say
it's coming up. Caldwell Award, founded 2016 by Abby Rizzle and Ben Caldwell. They give us the award out. Do it again. She's very talented. I reached beautiful. People who are nominated for the award. That's dope. That's dope. This has been called. This is a drawing.
Chaos Network and Lamert Park Black Arts
Still alive.
Collectives
2024 Ben Caldwell Award.
This year's class revealed at Project Blow's 30th anniversary.
Congratulations to them. This is in Los Angeles. You come to LA and you have
Chaos Network and Lamert Park Black Arts Collectives
2024
So that's what's going on in LA. I just had to represent. Because if we don't do it, who gonna do it? And of course, I'm gonna get into the Beyonce story. That's why I did the program for today. But I have to plug my folks. And of course, this is me. You know, I have to promote myself. Okay, what up, y'all? Hey, so I hope y'all been checking the YouTube or the Facebook or the Twitch. Talk for a minute. All right. So the whole reason that I'm even doing this tonight, this morning, greetings, hi everybody, is because I have just seen so much slander about this show. And I went and watched it. I watched it about 6-7 times in a row, just checking it out. I will tell you, I was impressed. Now, I studied theater though. You feel me? Like I've been to performing arts high school. I went to Hollywood High. And anybody who's ever done performing arts can understand the amount of energy, the amount of fucking performing practice talent it takes to do a show like that. It was so high level that she got a lot of negative fucking feedback from people. Okay, dare I say, it wasn't just one person type. It was a bunch of different person types. But she also got a lot of positive feedback too. But I've more so
seen negative feedback. And I just want to say, I put up a bunch of clips and videos we're about to watch. If you're watching, greetings. I just want to balance it out. Okay. Hell no, I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm not getting paid for this episode. Why? Because I'm about to show you clips. And when we show clips, they don't pay us. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They deduct funds because of copyright. I understand that. You have to pay who I'm showing the clips from. Okay. So I don't get paid anything to do this. I'm just doing this, because there's a need inside of me to practice telling balanced information instead of just slanted, one-sided, or any of that. Now, of course, you have to do what you got to do in the headlines to get people to come to your channel. But here we go. So I watched it. And did anybody out there watch it? Let me know if you watched it. Here's a few things. I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just going to show you what I liked. Okay. I liked this. I liked that there were all these different singer lady chicks. I've seen their music. I've listened to all of their music. They have such beautiful musical tones. And they're from all over the country. And, Beyonce is a Virgo. Okay. I'm a Virgo. So I understand her humor to a degree. I don't know her. I can only assume what they want us to know. Right. But from what I gather, let me see. Okay. I have this article. Let me see. From the New York Times. Yep. New York Times. She was upset because when she did this song with the hold on, let me put it here. This is from New York Times. This is a very qualified newspaper company. Okay, they've been around for like 100 years or something. So I'm getting information from all these different sources. All rights reserved. Just to be fair, okay, to be fair, she had these women on her show. Okay. Now, I've been paying attention to Tanner Adele. I think she's beautiful. So that's what made me check out her channel. I was like, oh, so she is black, quote unquote. She's black, but she put the blonde hair on. She colored her hair blonde, and she's been doing her music. And she's been working with Beyonce for a few years now. Okay, helping develop this sound. Then there's this sister right next to her. Her name is, I think it's Courtney Spencer. I've never heard of her. No, that's not true. I've seen her. Then there's Beyonce in the middle. And then there's Raina Roberts with what is that, like a reddish brown, reddish in the front. That's Raina Roberts. And then there's Tiara. I don't know her last name. I don't think I've seen her before, but I really enjoyed her vocal tone. They were so incredibly freaking dope. I got tears in my eyes because the tones that they used were healing. They were healing tones. How do I know this? Because I've studied music and I know that there are certain keys that you can listen to that help you calm your nerves and soothe. And that I know that Miss Beyonce is a scientist and very intelligent woman. I'm pretty sure she studied musical tones. And most women or men, most singers who sing practice tones on purpose because you have to learn songs and you have to know how to go on key. Okay. I need to practice myself. But anyway, so she started riding on a horse, and then they were playing guitars and banjos, which was incredibly respectful of the Southern culture. Then she had walked to these ladies, and they started singing in 5-part harmony. which was the most beautiful harmonies I heard in a very long time. And then they each had their own part, and they each sounded, oh my God, beautiful. And then she walked, threw off the hat, and looked at the camera like, bitch, I'm about to kick your ass. And then went into this whole 60 style beat. Okay. And she killed that too. And when I say killed that, she gave 1000%, 1000% to this show. And you can tell practice and rehearsal popped off. And for anybody to have wasted time saying anything other than that clearly is a hater, because it was so meticulously done that to challenge that means either you don't know anything about art and/or you're dumb as fuck, because this was some of the most beautiful, just even sonically now, beautiful music that I've heard in a very long time. And when I listened to Beyonce's album earlier this year, I was thinking the exact same thing, because she had such harmonies that were pleasant to the ear, that for you to say anything opposite of that is you, again, don't know music at all, or you're just a hater. You can't stand beauty and melody. You hate yourself. That's what I can gather, because there is no doubt the beauty of just the sounds these women made out of their voices. It was beautifully done. And they sounded literally, and this is cliche, but so what? Angels, okay? They sounded like angels when they sang My Heartfelt Peace. I loved it. And for anybody to tell you other than that, clearly they didn't listen to it, or they just can't stand beauty, because that's all that particular part of the video. Like, it was like 12 minutes of I Heart Candy love, musically and visually. It was gorgeous. People tried to complain about her coming in on a horse. That's Texas and Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia and Florida. So they do that. In Memphis, people ride horses down the street. I remember I lived in Shreveport for 6 years with my children. The most beautiful time in my life. Okay. It was beautiful and tropical and healthy. And the fried chicken was amazing. And I miss the food in Louisiana. But anyway, they were incredible. And just anybody saying anything other than that is just purposely hating. That's all I can say. Now, let me be clear. I am very aware of, as everybody is, of all of this. Okay, all of that. That's why I got a divorce. I get it. You feel me? Sometimes you marry people. I don't want to get into that. That's their business, really. I don't even. That has nothing to do with the music that was rang out earlier yesterday. Let's quit playing. Now, one of them, the sister, her name is Tanner Adele. I had already been watching her and her music and how she's been changing her look to, you do what you do. She's been refining herself. She can sing. And she's a bad bitch. Like, she's beautiful. She really is. And she does claim her parents as she's mixed or something, right? Like as that matters. But because people are so possessive of country music, they definitely check your repertoire and your background and things like that. So because she was doing country music, I believe she lives in Tennessee, and she's very successful. And she was just, you know, doing the same pattern of all they do. And she started working with Beyonce. She has a very pretty tone, and she can actually sing and write music, and she's talented. Now I know they made her do all this little extra dressing style, whatever, but when you actually listen to her music, she's actually very talented. And that's the same with Raina Roberts. You know what I mean? All of them, all the sisters on here, their vocal tone was very dope. Not just that, then she did music with Post Malone, and she did with with the brother with the dreadlocks. I forgot his name right now. But to say that the show was bad or something is not true. It's not true. Okay. And dare I say, if you are into being entertained, you may not, if okay, because I don't even know why you clicked on if you're not, you know, interested in her music, because you don't really have to be. She did the classic but high class halftime show. Dare I do call it stunning. I would agree with the New York Times. It was a stunning show. It was a very pretty show. And it was filled with a lot of talent and perfect timing. And she had a band there. Let me get to the band. The marching bands, which is part of Southern culture. It was like so representative of the South that if you're not familiar with Southern culture, maybe you wouldn't understand that. But then just understanding the talent of it all, the beauty of it all, you've got to understand. This was amazing. I'm into marching bands. My ex is an ex marching band person. And he went to Grambling. So, he was in the marching band at Grambling. Now, if you know Southern colleges, you know that's a HBCU. She had HBCU marching bands popping off in this Mother Lover. That was incredibly intelligent. You feel me? Because that's paying respect. That's paying respect. You know, just like she did with the other one when she did the other Netflix halftime show. It was incredible. This one was as incredible. I have to tell you, it was. It was. And I had tears. I had tears. I was so proud, okay, of this show. She really went and represented. Now, I won't say she was 100% country. It was like house country. It was some whole other shit. It was some whole other shit. And you know how people are when you do something new or do something different, they hate. They don't understand how to process what you're doing, but they know it's not whack. Feel me? It's just hard to explain. It's just scarily dope. And that's what it was. And now they're trying to show all this behind the scenes nonsense. All they're showing is her doing her moves with the background music. If you hear with the background music, of course it's not going to have exactly the same potency as if you were watching it through Netflix. You got to watch it the way they want you to watch it. Duh. If you're watching her stomping and stepping behind this, it's like it takes some of the beauty and mystique away. Like, why would you do that? That's like watching James Brown from behind the curtain. It's the same thing. Like, don't do that. Watch it that way. But let me read this one. Hold on. Where am I? Okay. This is from the New York Times. It says Beyonce's Netflix halftime set, a stunning Cowboy Carter showcase. I would agree. The star performed songs from her Country and More album for the first time during an NFL game, spotlighting her onstage prowess and the contributions of her collaborators. This is by Lindsay Zolads. She did a good job describing it. This is a picture from it. It says Beyonce performed a medley of songs, mostly from her most recent album, Cowboy Carter, in Houston on Wednesday. Now, this is called Beyonce Bowl. Okay. This girl called it Beyonce Bowl. Beyonce Bowl. That's correct. Shortly before the release of her sprawling, musically pedagogical album. Did she say? She said pedagogical. That's teacher shit. That means your method of something. Pedagogical. That's the teacher word. I had to use that word a couple weeks ago, talking about my pedagogy. That means my style of something, your technique. Album, Cowboy Carter, in March, Beyonce issued a statement about the project. She says, "It was born," she wrote, "out of an experience that I had years ago where I did not feel welcome, and it was very clear that I wasn't." Many speculated that she was referring to her performance with the Chicks, the Dixie Chicks, y'all, in 2016 at the Country Music Association Awards. Though that is now just one of many times that the Texas-born superstars' forays into the Nashville establishment have been met with resistance from closed-minded gatekeepers. In September, quote, Cowboy Carter, end quote, received 0 Country Music Award nominations. 2 months later, it earned 11 Grammy nods, leading all artists. What is that? What is that? Why? If it's dope, it's dope. Now, you know, I wasn't brought into a Beyonce fandom. Let me tell you. Destiny's Child was for, I was like in my mid 20s when they came out. So they were to me like for younger group, younger kid, younger people. I kind of listened, but because no bumped. And shit, they were a cool little group. I liked Destiny's Child. But I wasn't really paying attention all like that. I just was like, oh, they're cute. That's nice. Oh, okay. They can sing. Great. All right. Didn't pay attention, really. Until the group broke up. Then it brought my attention because I was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? I was like, and it was public. And that was like, nobody usually did that publicly. So that's what that was about. Like, what the fuck is that? And then Beyonce's beauty really stood out. It was very different than what had been out in a long time. So people were intrigued of this uniquely looking person that could sing too. Okay. Kelly was gorgeous. Her body was stupid. My brother, he was in love with Latavia. He thought she was just the most beautiful thing. And then Latoya has an extremely unique tone. They all worked, and her beauty too. She's extremely beautiful as well. So they were just a younger Fantastic in vogue to us. They were beautiful. And then, sometimes their fashion made them stand out. Okay, but and then I didn't really pay attention except when they broke up as a group, because that was like, what the fuck? As I said. And then they turned into this 4 group, and then the other girl left the group. So then it was like, what the fuck? Like, who is this? What's going on? Why? So then they brought in Michelle, who had some whole other name. And she was known in like the gospel world, right? But then anyways, how did I get off that? Point is, okay, this show yesterday, was extremely well timed, extremely well rehearsed, beautiful visually to look at. Okay. And I don't know if I can show it to y'all. I'm definitely not getting any coin for playing this episode. I just didn't like the fact that all these people were coming for this show. And it was like, that's not at all fair. at all because it was simply dope. And for anybody to say anything other than that, to me, as I said, is completely ignorant about talent and art and beauty and extreme high level beautiful art. I think it was the mayor, or I don't know if he's the mayor of Houston. I think he was. It was like a parade. It was so well respected of culture and tradition of Southern parades, okay, and homecomings and football games. It was so well done. Um, and she made it, or whoever helped put that show together. I'm pretty sure she had a lot to do with that because they say she's very much involved in her image and stuff. Well done. She represented Houston well, and she had beautiful representations of all types of people going on in that show. And then she had little Blue Ivy tall ass dancing. Okay, it was beautiful. You felt like Auntie. I ain't never met the girl. She just, we've seen her in the public eye since before birth, right? We've seen her belly, quote unquote, right? Wink, wink. But legit, that's not my opinion. I'm just saying that's what's the joke at the time. And then we seen her when they talked about Blue's hair when she was a toddler, and then she grew into this really beautiful young lady. And then we saw her on tour, and then we see her do her little. She does like this. See you later, wink to the audience. Okay, this is a picture of Beyonce at the very beginning of the show coming in on a horse. People had a problem with her coming in on a horse. How? That's what they do in the South. They ride horses around. They do. I've seen it. I've seen it. Click like. Sorry, I didn't mean to press that. But yeah, sure, do that too. I'm certainly not getting paid for this episode. And if you feel entertained, please support the situation. Miss Gilbert here is working. I'm working. Yeah. I need a new laptop for this business endeavor. That's what's happening. All rights reserved. This is the Tommy Coach Show. This is for educational and informational and entertainment purposes based off the Copyright Act of 1976, Section 107, that states that you may use information from public, shows like this to teach or critique things. And this was incredible. And she had pretty much, I would say, 99.9% men of color, because if you understand Texan history specifically, but you could say Southwest history, most of the original quote cowboys were men, black men, and Asian men and Mexican men as well, and poor white men. Cowboys were all colors. Okay, they weren't just one person group. They needed men in the Southwest to help so-called clear the Southwest or tame the Southwest. And that was Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, okay, some parts of Arkansas, some parts. And then all the way Nevada to California. You know what I'm saying? Utah, all of that. And black folks was a part of that. So that's just facts. Fuck. It's just, and she showed just enough cheek to say, I'm still a MILF. I'm still mom, me, but I'm not showing anything too vulgar. Just enough to say, hee, Playboy girl. And what she was wearing was classic Texan style. Okay, I've seen that. It's like alligator boot style. That's very popular in like Louisiana and Southern Texas. Okay, that's very much the flavor. The cheek out is just the rock star shit. Like, she's Beyonce. Fuck that. Feel me? She could do that, bitch. Don't fucking, like, knock it off. Okay? And the hair. Of course. Of course. That's her classic. That's her shit. Okay? The hat, that's just some big fat ass Texan shit right there. Okay? That's Texas, boo. and Louisiana, dare I say. Okay, and so in southern Mississippi, I would say too, southwest Mississippi for sure. They rock the cowboy hats, bro. That's just part of it. Okay. Then she's always been a beauty queen. She's just letting you the fuck know that, bitch. Like, yeah, I'm still the beauty queen. Yes, I'm smiling. Even though I'm dealing with all this nonsense, I still have to represent. Yeah, that's that beauty queen smile. Look at that. It's still beautiful. But there's so many layers underneath it. So many. You could just, her eyes just say it all, bitch. Like, stop playing. And then the brother cowboy rocking the kerchief over the face because of the dust. That's what in the South, that's, it's a dust bowl. It used to be real dusty. So you had to cover that if you were smart. Otherwise, you're gonna have lung issues. Lung issues. So she had Post Malone, who was very entertaining, may I say, because I really enjoyed seeing Post Malone giggling on stage. He was so happy to fucking be there. I loved it. Shabuzi, the one with the dreadlock, uh, pretty ass dreadlocks. Let me go to his picture. Shabuzi. Yeah, he did incredible. He had a beautiful song this this past year. If you were paying attention to any new artist, this is him. This is Shabuzi. He was so talented last night. He has a great look. I've listened to his song. I watched his music video. He's got these very plump dreadlocks with gold ends. It's a beautiful look. It's a very nice representation of dreadlock instead of just all they show is drill rappers with that shit. But really, the men with the dreadlocks was always the beautiful men of the community. You know what I mean? Like the Italian man who give you veggie soup and some herbs to help your health and rub your feet, man. Yeah, that was the old representation. The hot, sexy dreadlock. I'm keeping it real. What am I lying? No, they had a reputation. They were Italian man, Jamaican usually. They usually could get a girl real quick because the reputation of Jamaican men was hot. It just was. Shit, I'm not lying. He's not Jamaican. I'm just saying that was the look. Maxi Priest. What was the other dude? But Maxi Priest. Let's just stay on him for. Yes. Okay. I just wanna be close to you. You feel me? Who gonna say no to? I just want to be close to you and do all the things you want me to. Hello, Maxi Priest. God damn it. Anyways, dreadlock men used to have a very hot I do anything for your girl reputation. Even Eddie Murphy made jokes about it. What the good of a girl like doing here in the island of love? Oh yeah, they were known as players. They had all the women because they knew how to talk to women. And they had that accent too. And they knew about your body. They knew what I mean is the feet rubbing, okay, and the hand rubbing. That's it. And then the dancing. They knew how to make love to you without making love to you on the dance floor. Then in the early mid 2000s, they started getting a different type of energy reputation. You know, after making babies with these same feet rubbing type bitches. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the reality of, oh, they just cute. That's it. And then we moved on. And then got a poor reputation for a long time. But then and then, a lot of the negative Migos and others with dreadlocks, the King Vons and the Lil whoever's, just name one. They all had dreadlocks. And so then it gave dreadlocks a bad name. poor reputation. Whereas the Bob Marleys gave it a great reputation. You were the savior. You were the poor righteous teacher. Okay. But that's what was sexy. Everybody wants the Jesus type. You know, that's what's sexy. A righteous man is a sexy man. It's just true. Tell me it's not. Wouldn't isn't it? Right. Because then you feel you can trust them. You can trust them if you feel that they are coming righteously. You can drop all your sadness and pain. That's why pastors were so fucking hot. That was why. Because women thought pastors were hot. Like they got a direct connection to the God, Jesus, and all this. Oh, yes, you can open me up and pour into me. I was just listening to that Jermaine Jackson song. Let me tickle your fancy. Let me inside your soul. Dun, dun. Remember that song, Jermaine? Okay. Let me reel it all the way back in. Sorry. I see y'all clicking out. Don't click out. The point is, some people like this guy. Okay, that's it. I'm done. All right. So it was just such a gorgeous show. Please go give it a chance. Don't just fall for whatever other people are talking about. Okay, give it a chance on your own, because what else did we need Beyonce for except talent? Like what? What? She's always been that. Let's quit playing. She's always been the girl you wanted to watch perform, because you can see she gives it her all. And we love an all given type person. And that's what made me respect her as an artist. Okay. She earned my respect because, when Kanye would snatch the mic and say, Beyonce is the most talented, hardworking, he's right. That's what I learned. I learned that she's extremely hardworking, and people trying to make her look bad. Now, check this out. I connected this dot as well. She brought out this movie called Mufasa. I don't know what she owns of Disney or how that works. But Mufasa, come on. First of all, it's a movie named Mufasa. First of all, let's just pause on that for a minute. Mufasa. Okay, and it's a spinoff from The Lion King. So she also had brought out, I think, The Lion King. And from what I heard on these streets, they say that she pissed people off because of the beauty and amazingness she made Africa look like, quote unquote. Like white folk on SNL even did a parody of it. Remember? And they were like tripping out because they realized Beyonce was, quote unquote, black. Remember that? She's black. I don't know what they thought she was. Maybe they thought she was Italian or French, because there are a lot of passing negresses in the radio, television, and film industry, and I that's not my business, who I guess claim Italian or mixed or whatever. But when you start pushing culture, they call you black. Now, she already told us. Remember, she said, Mama Louisiana. Wait, Daddy from Alabama. Wait, fuck! Daddy Alabama. Mama Louisiana. You think that Texas, we did. I can't say it. Creole, we could Texas, Bama. That song, which was hard as hell. Information. They got the information. She has never let us down. Ever. Stop. Never. She's never brought out a bad product. So I don't understand now why some of y'all would fall for that. It was incredible. Now, if you watch some of these behind the scene nonsenses on Instagram, I've seen a couple. then you'll see where maybe that broken foot or ankle or whatever allegedly happened. You can see a little of that. And maybe she's dealing with things maybe we don't know about allegedly, question mark. I didn't see none of that on the show. I got tears. I rewound it. I'm going to watch it again today. It was that dope. You hear that? All of these sisters was dope. Check all of them out. They were amazing. She picked the right ones, or whoever picks, whatever. It was incredible. I was so proud. And nobody wants to give her props for bringing out an HBCU. I think they're called Ocean of Soul marching band from TSU, from Texas Southern University. The marching band. She brought them up. That's what they do in the South. They wasn't doing us a favor. That's what they do in the South. That's how they get down. And then some. Okay. The marching bands they're like historically known for being dope. Okay. That's what they're known for. And that's what the first homecoming that she did was about. She was paying tribute to the marching bands down there, which are extremely talented. That's very much a part of the Southern culture. It's black folk. It's 99.9% black. They do have white folk and other people too, Latino family. They have others, but it's a tradition known since it was antebellum times, and they had marching bands. Quit playing. Excuse me. They've always had trumpet, drum, banjo people. That's marching band. Okay, since the Revolutionary, since the Civil War. Okay, the 4/4 count is a war trump method drum. Okay, and it's just part of, in sports, it's not war, but it's a type of fun war. You know what I mean? So it's just the tradition of a marching band in the halftime show. That's historical. I did do a podcast on that. If you ever watched it, you know what I'm saying? I watch my content. I have a whole history on marching bands and history of halftime shows at the Super Bowl. Did a whole thing on it. But Post Malone, let's get back to him. Why was he looking so motherfucking fun? He looked very lovely. Let's go look at a picture of Post Malone at Beyonce's show. Hold on, he seemed excited and nervous. Let's quit playing here. And they did like a Levi's commercial. Was that? I don't know, but I'm not getting paid for this episode anyway. Please click like. I'm going to be playing things. It's just that I need to play some things so y'all can see some of the dopeness that was popping off. Definitely, please go check it out. Okay, so there were many different parts to this show. Let's just watch this. Let's just yeah. All rights reserved. This is the Topic Code Show. This is from okay, so that's just one segment of this 12-minute situation. But I don't know if I can play it. I don't know. But I'm going to play what I can. But y'all need to go watch it because it was really that dope. And the only reason I came on here was because I saw so much negative commentary on it that I really was feeling. I don't know her. Okay, maybe we're 18th cousins removed. I don't know. I got people from Louisiana. A lot of us is related. Who knows? But I didn't think it was fair. So that's what made me come on here, because I was like, Maybe it's that I'm almost Libra. I'm a Virgo. I'm September 21st. I just like to be fair. So, anyways, let's check out some of this commentary. Check this out. Okay, somebody put the whole performance on there. I just wasn't gonna play it right now. Let's look at commentary.
Live Nation just reposted Beyonce's 115.25 announcement. We probably have a Cowboy Carter tour incoming. Get your coins ready. You know that this is going to be wild. Live Nation just reposted Beyonce's 115.25 announcement. We probably have a Cowboy Carter tour incoming. Get your coins ready. You know that this is going to be wild. Live Nation just reposted Beyonce's 115.25 announcement. We probably have a Cowboy Carter tour incoming. Get your coins ready. You know that this is going to be wild. Live Nation just reposted Beyonce's 115.25 announcement.
Sorry about that. I was trying to find which tab it was on. Let's look at some more commentary.
These are all the Easter eggs Beyonce left us during her 2024 NFL Netflix halftime show. Let's start off with the latest promo video she had for the special. We know that she's doing a 3-act project, with Act 1 being Renaissance, Act 2 Cowboy Carter, and Act 3 coming soon. In this promo video, she does use the 3 colors of each album. There's the Renaissance disco ball aspect, there is the Cowboy Carter banjo aspect, and the hat is black, and she's wearing black shades, and the bottom of the cape is black, which might be the 3rd act. I'm also predicting a Rihanna collab on this Act 3 section because I saw some similarities in their halftime show performances. She also posted this cryptic teaser on her official site, and I find it cool because you see how the flag is showing from Cowboy Carter and then it completely disappears, right? No more Cowboy Carter era. Boom. I do think this date could mean Cowboy Carter tour and also Act 3 maybe. So she might be doing like an Act 3 Cowboy Carter set list for the tour. Also, she had her manager Blue Ivy dancing along right next to her, which to me definitely hints at the other tour because we know Blue Ivy was also dancing on the Renaissance tour and went viral for it. The caption for the teaser was also "Look at that horse," which she says that 3 times in the song. Look at that horse, look at that horse, look at that horse. So I think she's saying look at the horse because it's about to change to the 3rd one. And she said look at that horse 3 times because there's 3 horses. The Renaissance ball, the white horse, and the next one will be the black one. Live Nation also reposted the announcement, which is what is hinting at the tour. For some reason, I also predict she will be calling the tour the Bang Bang Tour. These are all the Easter eggs Beyonce left us during her 2024.
Now, I will say, I was paying attention to that. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. There was a dance. I think that's a dance too. They're trying to push. That would be dope. The horse. And yeah, there's a 3rd one they say. So that's so dope. Like that's stop. That is so creative, especially right now, especially nowadays. Like there's so much limited talent popping off. It's just refreshing, man. So anyways, yeah, so let's not neglect the fact that she had HBCUs popping off. For those that need that, she did that. It was just very considerate and it was very cultural. Beyonce ball. And then I heard some people are trying to be mad like, oh, she did country. Well, kinda, yeah, she did her rendition of country. It was like, dare I say, it was like house, like that part with the look at that horse thing that they claim she did the devil symbol. It's actually a horse symbol. For those who don't know, in the South, people use that same finger using to represent the bull, okay, or the horse or whatever. It could be whatever y'all saying it means too. I don't know. I'm just telling you that that's what that was. In that scene, I've seen country folk use that symbol, and it didn't mean that other stuff. It meant it literally meant horse or not oxen or whatever, bulls, horses, stuff like that. So again, HBCU in the house. She was using what is it called? The name of this particular group. She also had like Miss Texas, Ocean of Soul. Ocean of Soul is the name of the group, the marching band that performed. They were incredible. I appreciated that. It was just a well done show. And I just saw a lot of negative crap. Matter of fact, let me go right here. I'm gonna play Miss Lowdown for you, and then we're gonna watch some other stuff. Tell me what y'all think about what Miss Lowdown is saying. You tell me. Now this is the flip of it.
Night, don't it, y'all? Well, I'm gonna try to get through this so I can go to bed. All right, y'all. Well, now I see why other bloggers were saying that they were going to wait till after this performance to see what takes place. It wasn't so much as her messing up or whatever. People were waiting to see what was going to be said after the performance. And now the shitika is hitting the fan, y'all. NFL players are dragging Beyonce right now. They're going off right now, y'all. Word on the street. Now, they are saying that she did something that she wasn't supposed to be doing during the performance. Now, I already told y'all she was throwing up all of the Illuminati stuff and this and that. See, Satan can't save them this time. The elites can't save them because they in trouble. They trying to move out the country, okay, y'all? Y'all, they already got reports coming up, so we already see where this is going. NFL is done with Jay-Z and Beyonce. They have lost their star power completely. And it is official now. It is truly official now. They are done. So now we see that the NFL next year will be letting Jay-Z go. He will not have that power over the halftime shows and none of that anymore, y'all. Because you can tell where this is going. Okay. Now, I don't know a lot about no NFL stuff and this and that and this, but I do know when something ain't lining up, it ain't right. Okay, y'all. And word on the street is the fans is mad because she made this gesture right here. Not only did she make this gesture, this is supposed to be a no-no when it comes to NFL stuff. They're saying that players get in trouble for doing this. They get fined and everything. And now the fans are sitting back waiting to see what the NFL is going to do about Beyonce doing it. Is she going to get fined like they fined all the players if they do any kind of like gestures like this? Y'all, the reports are already.
Now that's petty as hell. That's just not just. I'm not saying I'm in agreement. I know I'm not saying that. However, that's a pow. That's like in country music or in country dance. They use those finger symbols to represent a gun. That's just part of choreography, dance. I don't think that should be the same as when a football player is making a touchdown and he doesn't. No, that's a little different. Entertainment, I get it, kind of. It's like both of them are entertainment. I get that. But you can't say it's the same because it's not the same context. A football player shooting it, doing that toward a opposing football team would seem a bit more triggering, like no pun intended. Hey, you see what I did right there? Whereas an entertainer dressed like a cowboy, okay, doing country music / house, because there was some house motherfucking music in there. She was just doing the gun thingy like a dance routine. Like, quit playing. But I like Miss Lowdown. So I brought this here just to see what the challenging thought, or considering an opposing view. Okay, just let me hear this. Let's hear it.
Really hitting the fan right now. Now, I'm going to tell y'all my personal opinion. I think they're looking for any little excuse to get rid of them. Any excuse to get rid of Jay-Z right now. And this is just the icing on the cake that they needed, okay? And I'm wondering now, who told Beyonce to do this? Because if you're from Texas and if Jay-Z is a part of the NFL, Jay-Z had to know that this was the wrong thing for her to do. If the players is getting fined for doing stuff like this, if the players do a gesture like this, they get in trouble.
Well, again, my point of view of that is, as an athlete, it shows poor sportsmanship, question mark, because you're not supposed to show your ego in that. You make that touchdown, that's what you do, keep it moving. When you make that touchdown and you start shaking your ass and doing the leg wiggles and thumb ups and the finger bangs and shit, then you make it a like nanny nana thing. If you understand what I mean, like it becomes more of a ego driven. She's not ego driven per se in that sense. She doesn't have an opposing, direct, obvious opposing team. She's just dancing. And she's symbolizing a good gun because that's what that's what cowboys carry. Oh my God. Clearly they have never watched country movies or, those John Wayne or any of those type of Western films. They all carry guns. So that's just part of that tradition. Okay. I cannot. Okay, keep going. Here we go.
Some of them get fired for doing stuff like this.
Click
so
like,
to me,
click
I don't understand this whole thing. This is weird right now. Because why didn't Jay-Z say don't do that? Because that's a disrespect or something that for the NFL, they don't like that. Not only that, they said at the end of her performance, so I must have missed some of it. I didn't see all of it, y'all. Thank God I didn't. The little part that I did see, I was sick of her throwing up the horns. And somebody came in my comment section, which I just blocked a few minutes ago. And they were like, everybody knows that when you throw up those horns, that represents Texas and blah, 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 blah. Well, what do the one-eye symbolism, do that represent Texas too? I'm just asking y'all because somebody stupid enough to come in my comment section and say that. Like we dumb and don't know what Beyonce is about. Just because you don't know what she's about or want to accept what she's about, that don't mean everybody else is riding and rocking with you. Okay? So that's why I blocked you. So you don't even you won't be able to say anything dumb in my comment section ever again. Okay. They say at the end of her performance, she got up there and descended into the air, which probably let me shut up, y'all.
So again, I do remember her putting up the horns, whatever. But also that is a Texas thing. I know that because a lot of people have cattle ranches out there and they tend to, that represents the bulls, like I was saying, like the horse, the strength of a horse, or not horse, a cow, the male, the ox or whatever. They use that same symbol. So it's like maybe multi-layered. It's not just one layer, it's multi. Perhaps, question mark, allegedly. I don't know anything. I'm just pressing play.
And they said that this big bang came out at the bottom, y'all. Now, I think this was distasteful, to be honest, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Number one, your husband right now is being accused of, doing something to somebody against their will. Not only is he being accused of this and has, a case pending on him, word on the street, there's other cases coming. That's number two. Number three is, which makes no sense to me in the world, word on the curve, y'all, on the streets is Jay-Z and his lawyer is bullying another lawyer and he's using his muscle and everything else. Then word on the street is they digging up bodies. They saying that he got bodies back in the days and this and that and that and this. That's coming up. And for you to get on that stage and do that gesture at this time period made no sense to me. So this was a double whammy for me, for her to even do this. I didn't even stay to see all of this other extra stuff she did. So I didn't know all of this stuff she was doing. I saw the other hand gestures and that was enough for me to do my other video. But now look at here, look at here.
The best way to attract high-ticket coaching clients is not to spend all your time and money on social media content creation and trying to go viral on TikTok.
People actually,
I want to show you how with just one Zoom.
Here, y'all. So this goes to
wait a minute. What do y'all think about that, man? Does that matter? How does that matter? Does it matter? Y'all let me know in the comments right now.
This goes to show you the Carters are done.
Are they?
Everything that her and Jay-Z and them do and touch and is about right now is failing. Not to mention Dallas lost. Okay, y'all. Word on the street, they lost horribly. All right. And I think that this is a part of why that all the fans is peed off and they looking for an excuse to talk about and this and that and that and this and talking about her because they lost as well. So everybody peed off. So they looking for some excuses for something to talk about. But at the same time, they have a point because if the the people that's playing in the game and stuff like that, they can't do these hand gestures. They get in trouble. Then why would they want their performers to come there and do it too? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's a little petty. Let me fast forward. Hold on, let me see.
Of NRG Stadium on a platform with a big banger hanging from it that read "Bang." And if it had just popped out of the barrel of Elmer Fudd's malfunctioning rifle, this is what they're saying. But watch to the end because you're going to see something that probably the NFL powers that be seething with rage in light of how they've had similar incidents that occurred on the fields. They talk about rage now. Okay, y'all, they peed off about this. Your eyes read that part already. Okay, players have gotten fined thousands for doing this, and the NFL doing this. Is the NFL going to
still
husband? That is her husband, and whatever she does, know what direction this is about to go in 2025, y'all.
Okay, that's just okay. Thank you, Miss Lowdown. Definitely go support Miss Lowdown. I love her show. I don't necessarily agree with everything that was said though, because that's just to me part of Texan culture. Guns. If people were to be honest, that's part of American culture. The gun is a part of it. There would have been a lot of these successes that happened, quote unquote, allegedly, throughout the history of expansion wouldn't have happened without the gun, the rifle. That's a part of American culture. It just is. It's true. It's true. It's not funny actually, but it's definitely true. So her pointing them guns, that's just part of American culture. If you look at any of the old dances, movies from Universal, from Debbie Reynolds or whoever, and whatever the country dancing, they always do the gunpoint thingies. Okay, and I know we live in a so-called different time. However, really, it's just what it is. Culture. It's part of that culture. It's Southern culture. It's American culture. It's old traditional American culture. So she wasn't doing something outrageous. It just is a part of it. And a lot of people are uncomfortable with that. But that is the truth of what it is. It's just what it is. Okay. And for what it was, whoever the director was, well done. Whoever the sound person was, well done. The lighting was great. The choreography was fantastic. The clothing was nice. And that's why I came on here, because I just saw so much vitriol and I was shocked. I literally rewound it 8 times because it was that beautiful. So for me to hear that people were saying negative things about it, I could not understand that. Just for what it was. Like if you're into the visual arts or performing arts or music or singing or country music or house music or just Beyonce fan or just whatever. It was just stupid.
I know it's Christmas, but I have another Beyonce update. First of all, Netflix announced just a moment ago that the Beyonce performance will be available on Netflix as a standalone special. You're welcome. But there's also speculation on what did Beyonce hint at in regards to January 14th of 2025. Some people are speculating it's Act 3. Some people are speculating that it's a tour. Well, now this blog is speculating, well, maybe it's more so a tour. So Live Nation reposted what Beyonce posted on her social media about look at that horse and the video and the date, January 14th of 2025. So despite the speculation from fans that maybe it's Act 3, which I think it would be too soon for new music, but not too soon for a tour. Either way, you got your coins together? I know it's Christmas, but I have another Beyonce update. First of all, Netflix announced just a moment ago that the Beyonce performance will be available on Netflix as a standalone special.
It's stuck. My laptop be tripping. It was just dumb. It was just stupid.
Stop it! Stop it!
What?
Stop it! Stop it!
That's what I'm talking about.
I was not prepared. I was not prepared for all the girls to pull up. What is going on? What? Stop it! Stop it! I was not prepared. I was not prepared for all the girls to pull up.
It was dope.
What is going on?
It was super dumb dope. And anybody who said anything other is just a hater.
Everything that went down at Beyonce's phenomenal halftime performance. Beyonce had her daughter Blue Ivy dancing next to her, and Blue Ivy did not miss a step. Beyonce came out on a white horse through the stadium entry area, and she played the 8 songs listed from Cowboy Carter. Beyonce also had a few surprise guests, which we kind of expected. Post Malone came out for Levi's jeans, and Shabuzi joined Beyonce for Spaghetti. I don't know how any halftime performers for the Super Bowl, and if this continues to be like a halftime thing for Netflix, are ever going to level up to get to this level of what Beyonce just did. I feel like that was a historical performance from start to finish. She even had her roots in the performance with her daughter in her city, and Beyonce, being the humble queen that she is, even paused a few times to thank the city for coming out. And she ended the performance with a bang. The choreography, the track list, everything about it. What a historical performance. Everything that went down at Beyonce's phenomenal.
That's all I'm saying. Like, literally stop playing. Like, she's never not giving us a dope ass show. Every single time she came out with something new, it was dope. And it was always outshining whatever the hell was cracking. So this is just my commentary on it, because I just could not believe how much negative crap they were saying when I witnessed it for my damn self. And I will tell you, it was some of the most incredibly intricately timed, beautiful, melodic talent, energy that I've seen in a very, very, very long time. Dare I say, since the last Beyonce performance at the Super Bowl. Feel me? Come on, stop. Don't bully that lady. It was dope. Okay, so, and as for, no, it's not my business. I just don't be wanting to do commentary on all that other crap. It's just because we don't know enough about any of all of that. Just go watch it, bro. Because I don't think I can play it on here. And they're going to ding me for it. I already know. For the little bit I did play. And you don't have to like country. You don't have to like house. It was just the art of it all. Just go see it for the art that it is. It's art. It's just beautiful art that was well done. Now, I had previously listened to her album before, and I will tell you, it is quite lovely. Lullabies, I would say. because of the tone and the pace of the album. It's lullabies. It's real good for going to tucking a baby, tucking yourself in. It's good. But seeing the performances of the sisters and those tones that they used, you have to check them out. You have to go check them out. It was wonderful. It contrasted all the other crappy images that have gone on, for too long. She challenging that. Why are you mad at that? Why are you mad at the challenge of a different perspective of woman, black woman, woman of color, so-called African American, whatever, indigenous, all of that. Woman, sisters, singing a song with the banjo twist that comes from our people anyway. And I know white folk are like, why y'all always just trample up in our shit? We can't have nothing. But share it. It's ours any fucking way. As is all American music, so-called. They call rhythm and blues jazz. They call that classic American music. That's the official name of it. It's called classic American music. And it's parts and places for all of everybody who respects the music. But it was just dope. Go check it out and go check these chicks out. Again, like I said, I already heard of like the one with the sister Courtney Spencer. I think that's her name. I don't know. I've seen her before. Tanner Adele, I've already been on her Instagram. I'm now on Tierra Music and the Raina Roberts, and of course Beyonce. But just be a thinker, man. Don't just go by whatever. Just the talent. It was so refreshing. I just had tears, man. I had to share that. And I rewound it and watched it multiple times because it was just that dope. It really was. So I think I'm done. It's kind of my point. Don't just go by whatever the hell you've heard. Go see it. It's just that dope. And it's like 12 minutes. The marching band, the cars, the intricate details. There's so many details. The ladies with I don't even know what you call it. I don't even know. I gotta go. It was just that dope. It was. All right. Just click like. That's so cool of you to do. You could check me on Instagram, The Tamiko Show. If you'd like to donate, I'm at Tamiko Show TV on Cash App. If you don't mind clicking like, much love and respect. All rights reserved. This is the videos for educational, informational purposes. All right, y'all. Peace out.